Greetings, Bob. Don't know you are the greatest legend in the man. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
So, Bob, tell me something, because I'm curious enough. As a young man that grew up in a church, seeing why you choose to become a rasta instead of becoming a Christian?
We used to find out now that one church quarreling against the next church, and I figure I never want any of that, you know. I never want to really enter into the thing where this one I fight against that one and everybody talking about God still.
Tell me something. How you knew that Rasta religion was the right path for you to take?
It was always a lonely world, not finding people who might think like me, you know.
Yeah.
Not to say that I think so different, but because this consciousness about God and the people I come from is more Christian, you know. We always try to stand up on the right. So after going on and coming up, you know, the thing that was there get more stronger, come to Kingston, meet some more people, them people is Rasta. You talk to them and find out it's the same thing where I deal with, the same thing where the Rasta man talk about. So that is how I could identify myself as a Rasta, by not changing.
So tell me something, Bob. How old were you when you chose Rasta way?
About 17, 18, you know.
So Bob, what is the idea behind this whole Rasta movement, and why most Rasta people believe that Selassie is God?
See, Christ promised that he will return within 2,000 years, you know, and him say when him come, he will be the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the conquering Lion of Judah, through the lineage of King Solomon and King David. Now, my life have great meaning to me, so I really search to find out if God is here. When I search, I look in Ethiopia, I look all about, looking at Germany, you know, because I'm not prejudiced. I look for God. I looking at Ethiopia, I say one man stand up with these names, Emperor Haile Selassie, name King of Kings, Lord of Lords, conquering Lion of Judah, through the lineage of King Solomon and King David, written in the Bible.
Alright, but notice you said the Bible says, but tell me something, Bob. You trust the Bible?
The Bible, let me say that King James edit the Bible. Now, my understanding is that if King James edit the Bible, I don't think he will edit it for the benefit of black people. So when the revelation turned out that Haile Selassie is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, coming straight through the lineage of King Solomon and King David, then, you know, we really know that this is a Christ return, because we know in this world, yeah, when the white man edit it, he wouldn't edit it in our behalf. You know, he would have more edit it to make it look like England going to be the big thing. But in the last days, they'll prove out that is Ethiopia, Haile Selassie, you know, and Haile Selassie's name is Rasta. So we are called Rastas, you know, called by his name.
So Bob, what proof you have that Selassie is God? Now listen.
A lot of things. We go as far as saying, him say when him return and you call upon him, now this is God. Him say when him return and you call upon him, your mother and your father will forsake you.
Well, you're right with that part, you know, Bob, because as your luck start grow, your parents them throw you out and say you're a madman. So yeah, your parents are going to forsake you for real.
Now, we know that if you call upon the Catholics, them embrace you. You call upon the Church of God, them embrace you. Any religion you call upon, you might get embraced. The only religion them push you off from is Rasta.
Well, you have a valid point, my legend. Valid point.
But that just make the truth more real, because them say, when you call upon my name, your mother and your father will forsake you. And that is why today you hear Rasta get so much bad name. It's not because Rasta do anything bad, but it's because how the prophecy go with it. When if your mother and your father will forsake you, just imagine people who don't even know you.
Yeah, no, Bob. You know, say I met on a different level. You know, say I never think them way before. Never thought of it. So as it relates to church and Rasta, what do you think about church? Rasta have them own a house of worship like them own church?
The man is a church. The Bible is there. But what we find out now is that a lot of people read the Bible, but them don't understand the Bible. because the approach to the Bible is wrong. I mean, there's no way you can read a book. You just take up a book and just read it in the middle and figure you can find out what was happening from the beginning to the middle. The Bible is a whole book with a whole tradition in it. And from them read to Genesis to Revelation, the whole truth of the whole straight road with the overstanding is there. You know? So it's not necessarily then we just go church and do like the other Christian. We know that the man is a church. You know?
Bob, throughout your life growing up, right? Who has been the biggest influence to you and your success in life?
Well, I think my biggest influence is Marcus Garvey, Haile Selassie.
Oh, so you learn about Marcus Garvey in school?
No. Yes, them don't teach. It's the education that we don't get in school, you know. We don't get that type of education that when we grow up we can know who we is. We get a more education that we might know who Christopher Columbus is, or who Marco Polo is, you know. But we never really know who Marcus Garvey is, who Haile Selassie is, or who any black man is.
After you leave country, where in Kingston did you go and reside?
East Kingston, out near the east. And then we go up a place named Oxford Street, you know, down to Spanish Town Road, down to then up to Trenchtown.
In the early days, things must be rough for you in Kingston. Talk truth.
It leaves to what is your expectation anyhow, though, you know. To me, it was lean, but I could stand it because coming from a country where you learn to do things like you don't learn to depend on family and all of that, you know. You go out and you plant your own corn and you watch the corn grow. When corn grow, you pick your own corn, you know what I mean?
One thing me know, Bob, regardless of what I say, city life different from country life. You understand me? I say, and Trenchtown a bad place. But tell me something, how you survive this as a youth?
Well, you go for the donkey and you ride the donkey to the farm and you're cool, you know? Right. In the city, people also catch the bus, go to work, get off work, come back home, you know? So it was a different thing up there. As a young man, surviving was easy. The only thing that I really look out for was the police, you know?
But you were never known to have a reputation as a criminal, so why you have to worry about the police in the first place?
Because the police could have just get you, frame you, you go to prison, and because you come from Trenchtown, you know, Trenchtown, from them say, where you from? It's a Trenchtown, you're gone, you know? You get shipped out.
So Bob, what advice you would give to young artists nowadays as it relates to how them to deal with the fame, because you know fame get to a lot of these young people?
I am fame by not being famous.
Well, you can always say that, you know, but the whole world don't know you're famous, so we get past that aspect there.
I mean, you know, not to me. From I just started music, you know, the people them want me. Them show me say, hey, this game is a game where if you don't mind sharp, you lose your consciousness. So the only way you can lose your consciousness is because if you figure say you're getting, some people say rare, your head might get swell. Right. And if your head swell, that's it. So you know, really don't keep my head in a bandage that it can't swell.
So tell me something. Why Bob Marley name so big in the world? Like the biggest name?
I think, you know, maybe it's just what Bob Marley stand for.
What it stand for?
The truth. And the determination to stay alive and survive.
Bob, tell me something. What is the most horrible thing that has happened to you in life that you can recall?
Well, 1976, I'm shoot off of me, right?
Yes.
And I figured that was survival.
For real? So how the incident happened? It was a home invasion, right?
About 3 nights before that, I was living at a place called Poolby, you know? And I went home about 3 o'clock in the morning and get some sleep. And then I vision I was in a lot of gunshot, you know? That was a dream. I was in a barrage, a gunshot, but when it all over, you know, it's like I never really get no shot. But I see my mother get shot. You know, the vision show my mother get shot in her head. And what happened is that the vision said, don't run. You know, it's like, you know, all of this gunshot is like something that the vision said, don't run, stand up. So when the gunshot started firing on Hope Road, the first thing come back to my mind was the vision. And all I could remember is that the vision said, don't run. And so me have to stand up, you know. And, you know, them fire until it was tired for fire, and then two is not really a lawful gun battle. Man start to run and it ease up, you know.
So which part you get the shot? Which part of your body get the shot?
Yes, sir. I'm said lodge inside there.
So hold on there, Bob. You didn't know the shooter?
You ever know them?
Oh, that means him go prison go rotten then?
But I don't call the police. Just, you know, one thing.
Next thing I want to find out from your legend, I know say you have to go, you know. Why did you have to build your own studio? Because them days you're big, you never need to have a studio for yourself. Why you build your own studio?
I mean, we're rasta, you know. Some people don't want a rasta in them studio. You know, to stop all of this, you have to make one. Because, you know what I mean, a man might say, no, you say, Haile Selassie, God. Well, you know what I mean, go and build your own studio. You know what I mean? So, all right, Haile Selassie is God, I'm going to go and build a studio, you know.
Okay, me understand. So the haters them basically motivate you. Yeah, man, legend.
Them things come through sabotage and through pressure. If everything was nice, maybe we wouldn't have to build a studio. But, you know, it's just a tricky place. It's not everyone really have that humanitarian feeling. Some people just deal with, them don't even know what I'm dealing with.
For real. Great, Bob. Bless up.